A quadratic function is one which has an x squared term. Now that x squared term may come on its own, or it may come with other terms, so 2x squared plus 3x for instance. We could also have a constant term at the end. The x squared can be positive, it can have a coefficient of 1, it can have a coefficient of any number, and it can also be negative. It doesn't really matter. The important thing is that we have an x squared function. That makes a quadratic function. Now the 3x term, in this one here, that's what we call a linear term. And this is the constant term. So quadratic, x squared, linear, x to the power of 1, and the constant term, minus 4. So what we're going to do is to sketch a graph of a quadratic function. It's something nice and simple. Y equals x squared. That's the basic quadratic function. You can see that this is a cup-shaped or happy face graph. This point here is significant. That's called the minimum turning point, and that's at 0, 0. So that's y equals x squared. If we were to modify that in some way, what about y equals 3x squared plus 5x plus 6. Now you can see, I hope, that the second graph that we've just drawn is narrower or steeper than the first graph. That's because of the 3 in front of the x squared. We also have a y-intercept at 0 along 6 up, and the turning point has been moved from 0, 0 to the point shown. We'll have one more, I think. What about y equals? This time y equals minus x squared. Nice simple negative quadratic function. So here was the original. That's y equals x squared. And this is y equals negative x squared, and they are the mirror image of one another. Graphs, quadratic graphs, which have a negative in front of the x squared, are cap-shaped, or sometimes we call them sad-faced graphs. The first piece of work that you're going to do in this new topic is to revise your knowledge of factorising, which you first studied in S2. Now there are videos on this, and I'll put a link to the videos on Schoology.